Hello everybody, Jim Rowell here. The name of this short movie is Developing a Lead Inspector or Deputy. You know, every leader needs a great second in command. A lead person or a reliable collaborator, just a go-to person. Although the title of this video, Developing a Lead Inspector or Deputy, speaks for itself, some of the responsibilities we will discuss in this video should be more of an informal understanding and not part of the formal position, with collaborator or go-to person spelled out in the job description. A lead inspector or deputy can be very helpful, and we're going to refer to them in this video as lead inspector. Your lead inspector helps you deal with the fact that you just can't be in two places at one time, and they actually fill several roles. Here are some of the most important ones. Your lead inspector can stand in for you when needed. As a leader, you probably know that your most precious resource is time because your time is so limited. And although you may want to, you cannot court every customer or attend every meeting, put out every fire or handle every issue yourself personally. You just don't have the time. Your lead inspector can help keep you in the loop by sitting in for you when needed, taking great notes, and keeping you connected to a wider array of activities than you could ever do by yourself. You're only one person. Next, your lead inspectors are often great at initiating fellowship in tough situations. Sometimes when you need to make tough decisions, especially when they affect others, and you need buy-in from the team, it can be difficult to mobilize support from your team. Even if you've been transparent, honest, and collaborative with the other team members, they won't necessarily love every decision you make, and they won't necessarily rush to jump on board to show support. Sometimes some team members feel they want to support an issue, but they're apprehensive because they think that there are others on the team that don't agree with them and don't want to support the issue. However, once a person shows support, such as the lead inspector, others are far more likely to follow. In this situation, the lead inspector can become a catalyst for decision support. These lead inspectors can also serve as a great conduit to draw feedback from the team to you. You might recall from an earlier video how we discussed, you as the boss don't appear to the rank and file as being the same as one of them, even if you were one of them at one time. And I'm talking about the odd interpersonal barrier that surrounds you simply because you have a higher level position in the food chain. Some of the rank and file may not be comfortable delivering feedback to you, but they may be to your lead inspector. A good lead inspector can help to bridge the gap and provide you unfiltered feedback about how your team feels regarding the issues of the day. Another great role for a lead inspector is serving as your personal devil's advocate. In another video, we mentioned the value of using the devil's advocate to bounce ideas off of. This is a process where you find a person willing and able to speak up and question the direction of your decisions or the quality of your logic of your decisions. And we're referring to someone willing and able to privately question your assumptions when you need them. Allowing your advocate to speak candidly and judge you will often increase the quality of your thinking. Finally realize that your lead inspector can be a huge part of your personal succession plan. Believe it or not, one of the main reasons you might be overlooked or you may be being overlooked for promotion is because you're really good at what you do now, and your bosses are not confident that someone else in the organization can do as good a job as you have done. They may feel it'll be easier to fill the potential promotion spot from the outside than it would be to fill your job if they move you up. Sure, it's great to hear you're doing a great job, but maybe not as great as hearing you're getting a promotion. So developing a strong lead inspector gives them an option to replace you when you receive a promotion. All right, we've talked about what a great lead inspector is, but it's also important to discuss what a good lead inspector is not. And they are not you. They are not a clone of you. You don't want someone who has the same identical views about all things that the same as you do. Some overlap in the thinking is inevitable. Some things you and your lead inspector will be aligned on, and maybe even most things. However, you should nurture their growth to be a unique individual. A good lead inspector is not a yes man. And we all know what a yes man is. The yes man is a person that always, without exception, will affirm and agree with whatever the boss says and does. A good lead inspector is an honest broker, and they will not simply try to gain your favor by agreeing with everything you say. They have their own ideas and their own opinions. Finally, a good lead inspector is not the enforcer. Sometimes, bosses who don't like conflict will allow a team member to handle difficult work issues for them, such as correcting people or ensuring all rules are being followed. Not good. A lead inspector is only effective when they are viewed by others as a positive, respected member of the team. Their team, not your team. You can identify your lead inspector by simply observing the more confident and competent members of the team, especially those with the best or above average people skills. You develop your lead inspector by using them as a sounding board to build their confidence while offering them some stretch roles that can broaden their responsibilities, and by delegating to them a little work that is normally yours to complete. Leadership is a fun challenge, but it can be one that will fill your calendar to the limit. So don't try to do everything yourself. You should consider developing a trusted lead inspector to assist you, and you'll get a lot more done while also developing the leadership pipeline for the future and possibly open yourself up for some advancement opportunities. Thank you for watching this video.